I'm just now kind of realizing, without context going into this, this has to be a lot of just like the weirdest stuff you've ever heard at once. This amalgamation of 20 fried atom people all showed up once like Dr. Manhattan and just like took his door off his hinges and made him non-existent. I could also understand killing somebody as the Avogadro. And yes, I'm referring to it as that because of the Electric Man from Black Ops 2 Zombies. It's my channel, I can do what I want. But Dean is evil. I hate him. And then I punch you, throw you in the back of a car, start going 150 down the freeway, like swerving through traffic, and then I look in the back seat and I'm like, now do you want to kill me? Like, that doesn't count. Whenever it shows up, it's just a woman. And they're like, oh, well, it was a statue, but it killed like hundreds of sailors in Europe and put their skin on, and that's why it's a woman now. And the government's like, oh, but we can still get the statue out of there, right? He starts crying and screaming and running back and forth on deck, just like going, oh no! And now why is she the giant floating meatball thing? These are all questions that will be kind of answered near the end. If you don't know what Aeromorphous is, I'm not going to be the one to show you, but it's Rule 34 for animated planes. Anyway, next up on the docket is Freedom Fowler. I'm sorry. Someone's like, hey, you ever thought about killing your mom? Headless men standing by the Grand Canyon and standing in front of a sign that says head off trail. Haha, very funny. A couple young single people being like, hey, I'm bored. You want And we're then introduced to the most important character in the entire story, Mr. Squirrel. He's important and I love him. Who went by the names of the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Moon Maniac, and the Boogeyman. This is like side tangent. I can't stand the fact that serial killers are always given the coolest names. Those images were put online in order to sexualize aircraft to encourage the United States people to be more pro-war and encourage spending on aircraft, meaning it's state-sanctioned airplane kith. There's a 50-year-old man at the back of the boat, like, no one runs away from hurricanes, they just like stay in the area. It's like, yeah, because you named them stuff like Irene and like Buford. Like, no one's gonna run hiding from a storm named Gary. But if we called it something like the Automated Wood Chipper Death Machine 9000, people might leave. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Albert. I know that was a lot, but you're being very brave and I'm proud of you. Eligible for parole somehow, and in 2024 is going up for parole again, which, no, don't let that guy out. George Washington is an active character in this story, and don't you forget it. Don't worry, we could all still die. And some general was like, how can we get these kids into bombing Syria? And some dude in a suit's like, I got an idea. The plumber freaked out and says, this looks like human skin. To which Dennis replied with, I guess someone flushed their fried chicken.